just leans
Batman fucks. That's where he puts it. He fucks.
100%. You know, like he obviously leans more towards the females, but I feel like if the right guy villain came along, like he, like, you know, the Joker's a little dusty.
This is where I'm going to begin the script club video, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Just like this little conversation about Batman doing his thing and the Joker being dusty. By the way, I've said that the Joker is gay for Batman for years.
Definitely.
Like, you just don't obsess over a man that much without secretly wanting it. We all know what it is. Let's be adults here.
Yeah, Riddler is a sapiosexual. He likes the intelligence. Let's just all figure out everyone's sexualities after this.
Sexuality of the Batverse.
I'm just going to interrupt. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Script Club. It's like a book club for film enthusiasts. I think I'm going to keep the name when we end up turning this shit into a podcast. And I'm definitely going to hold back and just start swearing like a sailor more. Now, what we've been doing is that we have begun reading Justice League Mortal, a never-made script from George Miller, who is known widely for films like Babe from the 90s, if you know what that is, and obviously Mad Max Fury Road, which, if you ask me, is kind of like his latest masterpiece. If he were to die tomorrow, in my opinion, that would be the peak of his career.
Also, Happy Feet.
Also, Happy Feet.
Every Mad Max movie, and The Witches of Eastwick.
Now, each week so far, I and my crew of intrepid readers try to read the unreadable. So with that in mind, let me just go ahead and introduce my panel of readers, which I forgot to do last week. With us today, we have Arlo Sanchez. Introduce yourself, Arlo.
Yo, if you didn't already know, my name is Arlo.
You know who he is.
I am a former Trauma employee, aspiring filmmaker, and I'd like to watch movies. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
We all like to watch movies. You're in the right place for that sort of group therapy. And our resident lover of the strange, Cassidy Hardy.
That's me. I'm a scare actor. I'm a makeup artist. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, God. There we go. A woman who knows what to expect from the undeserving men. Now then, and last but not least, we have a Camp Crystal Lake survivor, Forrest Bennett. Introduce yourself, Forrest.
Yeah, I'm Forrest Bennett. I am the old geezer of the group. So in addition to surviving a day at Camp Crystal Lake, I am also an indie film producer, and have appeared on multiple podcasts.
All right, sweet. Now, last week we read up until the beginning of Arlo's seizure. We read up until the beginning of Justice League Mortal, page 11, the beginning of page 11. So, a little bit of context for what recently happened. The world has been at peace for a short time, and turns out that Batman, as always, being the doomsday prepper that he is, doesn't trust this false sense of security that the world finds itself in. So he's constantly keeping tabs on important figures, notably the Justice League, checking on everyone's activity and what they're doing with their daily lives. And Bruce Wayne, on the other hand, is expected for a surprise party. And during an extended sequence in the Bat elevator, if it's Batman, it's got to have Bat in front of it. There's like this whole thing about like Alfred getting him ready, taking off his clothes. It's like this whole like you ever seen a dad dress a 5-year-old for church? Just imagine that, but way older.
More tears.
And we had the character of, what the hell is his name again? Maxwell Lord, introducing Bruce Wayne, kind of to a degree. And from there, we actually cut to exterior Denver, Colorado rail yards day. Now, do we all have our PDFs open?
Yes.
Okay, let me just look at the first 2-3 pages to see what characters we're working with. I'm just going to throw out some castings. And one thing that I wanted to do, until we get tired of it, or until it becomes wholly annoying, I want everybody to do their best Batman voice regardless of what they are reading. It's your fault, because today I like to confirm who's actually going to be reading. And today, early in the morning, I left that message like, hey, who can I expect? And of course, on the Facebook page, everyone commented a Batman GIF. I'm going to make you pay for it, even though you're not really paying for it.
I might pay for it.
So at least like the first, I don't care how long it goes on for, until it gets annoying, just I request that everyone does their best Batman voice, myself included. Now, since I am completely terrible at reading stage direction, and Forrest, I don't believe we heard enough from you last week. Let's
Right.
have you read the stage direction for us.
Okay.
All right. Jean Jones, because I want to hear her first, Cassidy, would you please read for Jean Jones?
Sure.
And do we have anybody else? All right, we got Maxwell Lord and we've got Bruce Wayne coming up on page 12. I indulged and got to read for Batman last week a few times. So I'll be reading Maxwell Lord. Arlo, go ahead and read Bruce Wayne for us when it comes up. So without further ado, we're going to begin at top page 11, exterior
Right.
Denver, Colorado rail yards, day. Take us away, Forrest.
Okay, thank you. With Detective John Jones's car crunching on gravel, it pulls up next to a railway fueling station. He gets out, approaches a stack of fuel barrels, pulls a pen light, shines it in the cracks. Detective Jones reaches between barrels and pulls out a jar, murky liquid, plant material, seaweed, shines his light into the cloudy water and spots something undulating inside, something alive. Interior, John Jones's car, day. John Jones slides behind the wheel of his idling car, pulls a plastic bag and a pair of tweezers from the glove box, carefully unscrews the lid, reaches into the water with his evidence tools and gingerly pulls out a creature, like a seahorse, only bigger, stranger, alien looking. As he leans in for a closer look, it coughs and a mist of particulate matter stings his hand. He drops the jar, wipes his hands, smearing the gritty, oily fluid. As he looks down for the strange creature, we see his hands smoking, his skin. Whiffs of smoke, not good. He stares as first one, then the other, burst into flame. Then his arms, his chest, his head. He's a ball of flame. Goes for the radio. John Jones.
Dispatch. Code 30. Code 30.
You sound like Harley Quinn making fun of Batman.
I am.
Keep that shit up. Keep that shit up.
All right, but the handset's already melted and the fire's spreading. He's got to do something. So he morphs, transforming before our eyes, changing shape. A soldier, a little kid, a gorilla, a python, anything to try to put out the flames. Nothing works, so he reverts to his real shape. Not John Jones, the Denver PD detective, but Jean Jones, Martian manhunter. His true self, massive, green, iron brow, red eyes, screaming in agony because he's become an inferno. He hits the gas, peels out, barely in control of the car, fire gushing out behind like contrails. He veers, clipping a fuel tanker. The fire catches and whoosh. Does that say kashumi?
It says kashwoom.
Kashwoom. Jean Jones guns it
All
through
had
the
to
wall
lend
of
their 2
fire.
cents for how to
Gosh.
properly pronounce the sound effect. It says kashwoom.
Fire catches and
It's a technical term.
It's not onomatopoeia.
There we go.
Interior, Wayne Manor, ballroom, day. In the party, Bruce Wayne is surrounded. Handshakes, birthday kisses. He is the life and soul. Maxwell Lord steps up with his gaggle of beauties, gives Bruce a bear hug. Maxwell Lord.
Okay, you ready for this, Arlo? It's going to be a battle of the best Batman voices. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Who knew you had so many friends?
Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I gotta kill it.
because I'm obscenely rich.
Wait, say that again. Your sound cut off. Say that again.
fuck, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, they're just here because I'm obscenely rich.
Bruce playing the dilettante. They laugh. The two of a kind. Under his breath, Maxwell Lord.
Hell, we both know without men like you and me to grease their wheels, men of these jokers, we.
What does that even mean?
Jokers, we'd be waiting tables at one of my restaurants.
Bruce nods to a long buffet table loaded with the food, retro American style, stacks of perfect hamburgers and perfect buns. Bruce Wayne.
Show you perfect buns.
Louder, so
I hear you did it,
please, Cassidy.
He said buns. Maxwell Lord.
Okay, let's see. Where? Okay.
One of the benefits of my little sideline business. Free dinner. Have you tried the crypto burgers?
Bruce Wayne.
I don't need food with names, Max.
Maxwell Lord.
Planet Krypton's in every major city on the planet. Over 1 million served. The whole world can't be wrong.
God damn it, Christian Bale, how do you do it?
Smoking.
On the catered spread, men and women loading their plates. Interior, Planet Krypton restaurant, Central City, day, where Barry eats like a horse. Iris Allen.
Okay, let's switch up a few roles here. I'm going to read stage direction for about, let's say, 2 pages. Let's have Iris Allen, played by Arlo, because I've seen him in a dress and I want to hear his womanly voice.
Yeah.
And let's have Barry Allen, played by Cassidy. And, and we have news anchor. Obviously, let's have the news anchor played by Forrest. Now, Forrest, when you play the news anchor, do a Batman voice. Don't do a Batman voice. I don't care. I said until it gets annoying. I'm annoyed now. And my throat kind of hurts. Unrelated. What is it? Make it sound urgent. If not, I will reach the screen and slap you.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Where are we? Interior Planet Krypton restaurant, Central City, day, where Barry eats like a horse. Iris Allen.
Wonder Woman's a bit of a blowhard, don't you think? And how come she gets all the credit for world peace?
Barry Allen.
I guess I've played my part.
Iris Allen.
Not you, I was thinking Green Lantern. And Aquaman? Now he's hot. And don't even get me started on Superman. I mean, come on.
Wasn't she giving him shit for ogling Wonder Woman earlier in the script?
Yeah.
And here she is just going down the friggin' list. It's got to be spite. All right.
This is a healthy relationship. God.
Warm smiles between them like you only see with people who've been in love a long time. On the TV screen, a news broadcast in progress. News anchor on screen.
From Denver, Colorado, where we're told fires are currently raging out of control all over the city.
Video footage of a burning car. Jean Jones weaving through the traffic at 90 miles per hour. He loses control, slams into an overpass guardrail, blasts right through. The car catches air, flips, and kablam! It lands on the roof of a fuel depot at Denver International Airport. A fireball spits out, hits a tanker.
Paboom?
Paboom! Never heard of Paboom. Okay, I'm sorry. Paboom sounds like a frickin' Indian name. I'm sorry.
Kaboom. Wait, but is this supposed to be funny? Because he keeps on hitting nothing but fuel containers.
His weakness is fire, and apparently being on fire makes him try to put out the fire by adding more fire.
It's
I
like
mean,
a
obviously,
film
Arlo, haven't you ever heard of that?
Honestly, I thought it was so funny that he transforms from John Johns into Jean Johns. That's so stupid.
Like, I thought that they just, like, that's how his name's pronounced and that it wasn't going to have a different spelling. And then we saw it in the script, like, oh, this is the kind of shit that they're doing. Okay. Now then, Paboom, flames shoot sky high. At the table with Barry and Iris, Barry Allen.
How far is Denver from here?
Iris Allen.
Oh, come on, Beryl. One uninterrupted launch.
Your friend's in danger, woman. Come on. Barry Allen.
600 miles? I'll be back before the coffee's cold. Promise.
Iris Allen being a bitch.
Can't save the whole world, you know.
Barry Allen.
Not the whole world, just a little part with you in it, babe.
That's a nice little fuck you. Iris Signs resigned. No.
Oh.
Iris Allen.
Oh.
I'm so glad I married her.
Who doesn't want to hear that voice day in and day out?
All right, let's get going. Barry leans in for a quick kiss. Quick, because he's the Flash. Then twists the ring he wears on his right hand. A streak of red fabric bursts out of the ring and shwoom! That one I understand. In less than a heartbeat, Barry's standing there, decked out in his trademark uniform, red and gold, muscles and speed. He's the Flash. Magnificent. You know what? Let's change up roles here for no reason. Anywhere it says the Flash for the next few pages, I'd like Forrest to read for that.
All right.
So, the Flash.
Back in a sec.
All that's left of him is a vibrant streak of red. He's gone, just vanished. Then, almost before we can process this, he's back for a quick kiss on Iris's cheek.
Smooch.
That's okay, yeah, rapid succession. I mean, it is his thing. He is the Flash. Shoof! Gone again, leaving a flurry of napkins and menus at the revolving door spinning like crazy. Exterior, America, day. Okay, that's a very odd
Broad
location
stroke.
description.
Fuck yeah.
America.
Oh, yeah.
Exterior, America.
Okay. The Flash on the move, and we're right there with him. We drop down behind his heels, and whoosh, we follow the Scarlet Speedster, zigzagging and weaving through towns, along rail lines, across prairies, sorry, across the prairies, up mountains, through the streets of Denver, Colorado. Exterior, Denver International Airport, day. Scream! Flash kids to a stop, and I'm never doing that again. On the tarmac, firefighters surround the burning tanker, hit it with foam from dozens of hoses, smoke and flames. The Flash.
Allow me, boys.
And he's off, running circles around the fire, faster and faster, creating a vortex that sucks the air out the center. One of the firemen is too close. He's sucked off, his feet into the tornado, flung 50 feet into the air. Flash pulls up, satisfied with his work, then hears the screams, looks up, and sees the firefighter plummeting. The Flash.
My bad. I got it.
All right, we got Wonder Woman coming up. Cassidy, take Wonder Woman for us, please. Now then. He streaks to a fire truck, grabs a fire blanket, circles it into position under the dropping firemen. Ready, and a figure streaks across the sky, picks the man out of midair, red, white, and blue, gold, iconic. Wonder Woman. She drops out of the smoke with the fireman in her arms, lands gently, and puts him on his feet. Flash stares, mouth hanging open, awestruck. This was definitely before the Me Too movement. The Flash.
Whoa, you've been
on the Justice League together for years, Flash. Calm the fuck down. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
That's
Okay, this is where we're going with this. Keep that voice.
Trying.
You dug yourself into that hole. We need like lady 60s announcer. That's what we need for
What I'm
this
working
one.
on.
The Flash.
I'm
Wonder Woman.
The Flash. Yes.
The Flash.
You've heard of me? Really? Wow. I'm a huge fan.
Then.
You know, I gotta say, your pictures do not do you justice.
The Flash sticks out his hand like an idiot. Wonder Woman stares at it. The Flash.
I totally had that, by the way.
In the distance, flying low in the sky, a flying ball of fire, the Flash.
What the hell is that?
It streaks right over their heads, trailing flames right for the main terminal, the Flash.
Wait here, I'll write it down.
Wonder Woman looks at Flash, wait here, and she takes off running. All right, let's switch things up a little bit. Arlo, read some stage direction for us for a few pages.
Wait.
Right now, all we have is Wonder Woman and the Flash. So you guys go ahead and keep those roles for a few pages. Let's see what sort of change-ups. Okay, so we got John Jones coming up. I'll read for that when we get to it. And we will do major change-ups when we get to them. So Arlo, go ahead and take us away.
Moving with Wonder Woman as Flash catches up easily. Wonder Woman.
Is that the best you've got?
She lifts off the ground, flying fast. Flash.
Hey, flying's no fair.
He kicks it up a notch. Exterior, Denver International Airport. Main terminal, day. The fireball careens around and under planes parked at their skyports. People gawk from inside. The Flash speeds over to a massive water standpipe, starts to crank the valve wheel to Wonder Woman of the Flash.
Use your rope thingy.
Wonder Woman
Lasso of truth.
of the Flash.
Whatever, yank him over here.
She unhitches her lasso, throws a loop. Bullseye! Yanks the fireball over to Flash. He opens the spout and a swoosh! Thousands of gallons of water shoot straight up, then rain down in sheets, right on top of the fire. Through
You
the
sound like an announcer from Dragon Ball, and I love it.
Over 9,000.
Say Vegeta.
Through the cascade, we see a hunched and hulking figure, the Flash.
What is that thing?
Jean. Voiceover.
Help! Help me!
Flash looks around.
Hear that?
Wonder Woman.
It's telepathic.
The
More like
voice.
Telepathetic.
The voice again, coming from everywhere at once. John, voiceover.
Diana, please!
Why did you say that name?
Save Diana!
Wonder Woman's eyes go wide. The Flash. The Flash.
It knows you?
Wonder Woman.
It's John Jones.
The Flash.
The Martian Manhunter?
And Jean steps out of the thundering sheets of water, his eyes blazing red, his skin charcoaled and blackened. African American, please.
Actually, was this before he was canonically black in all of DC lore? Because for a second, for many years there, he was a white guy, but when he took on a secret identity at some point, like the mid-2000s, they made him black. Was this before that?
I don't know. You know, I always grew up thinking that Green Lantern was black because of the animated show. That was like my first ever introduction to the Green Lantern, and now I can't accept a white Green Lantern.
It's awesome how some things stick with you and other things don't.
Yeah.
Now, where were we?
John steps out of thundering sheets of water, his eyes blazing red, his skin charcoaled and blackened.
The
The
Flash.
Flash.
Isn't he supposed to be green?
And he burst into flames again.
Okay, that feels like a comedic beat.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be
It
green?
really does.
Ah!
I
Freeze
guess
frame.
maybe it is going for comedy.
All
Everything-
right.
Comedy works in threes.
Okay, Forrest, we still have not heard much from you today, at least it feels like it. So take on the part of Maxwell Lord for us.
I was gonna say there's a Batman. I believe there's a Batman scene here. Right?
I'm seeing Bruce Wayne in the description, but
Yeah.
Maxwell Lord is going on for another one of his monologues.
When isn't he?
Apparently, whenever he's on the Flash television series, because they know how to balance dialogue on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman is coming up. Oh, and it's a flashback too. Ooh, we get to do young Batman. No, I'm kidding. All right, now we're going to begin interior Wayne Manor Day. We still haven't gotten any stage direction readings from Cassidy, so let's have her read the stage direction for a page or two. And let's have Maxwell Lord played by Forrest.
All right.
Whenever you guys are ready, take us away.
All right. Interior Wayne Manor Day. Bruce sits in a deep sofa, fawned over like a pasha. Maxwell Lord is next to him. Max sees something across the room. Maxwell Lord.
Oh, my.
Bruce turns to look and involuntarily rises to his feet because there, just entering the room, is Talia. Tall, exotic, haunted.
Oh, Talia al Ghul was in this.
From some other country, some other world, almost, an achingly perfect beauty. Maxwell rises next to Bruce, whispers in his ear as every eye in the room turns to see Maxwell Lord.
You know who that is?
Bruce isn't listening, speechless, his eyes riveted. Maxwell Lord.
That, my friend, is Talia al Ghul, daughter of Raish, the demon head.
Her dark almond eyes burn into Bruce. There's something here between them, something powerful.
You must remember, it's legend, almost. Raish fought the Batman and lost, and now he's gone. And here she is.
On Bruce, watching, waiting, the look in his eyes so intense. Every head in the room turns to see what he sees. Maxwell Lord, voiceover.
She was in love with the Batman, or so they say.
On Maxwell, his eyes equally intense, shifting from Bruce to Talia. He's drilling deep into this moment. Maxwell.
She betrayed her father for him, or so they say.
And we notice a thin trickle of blood from his nose. On Talia, a slow, stately, sexy walk across the room as people part, opening a path straight for Bruce. Maxwell Lord, voiceover.
And in return, he broke her heart, or so they say.
On Bruce's eyes, seeing, remembering, and we flashback to Batman with Talia in his arms. Superimpose 1 year ago. The beauty.
Here, one moment.
Ooh.
I have a request here.
Yeah.
I like to take things to the ridiculous, so I'm going to switch things up for a second here. Telenovela.
That's what I was thinking too.
But I kind of like the swap that we had going earlier with Iris and Barry. So let's have Batman played by Cassidy. And let's have Talia played by Arlo. I'll read the stage direction for the flashback.
Okay.
I want you guys to go like seriously like over dramatic telenovela.
Like sands through the hourglass. So
I'm guessing I'll take Alfred for this scene.
Please do.
All right.
All right. Superimpose 1 year ago. The beauty and the bat, face to face, inches apart. Talia kisses him and he kisses her, then pulls away.
Talia.
Batman, sorry.
Talia. No. I can't.
I didn't even know that would be so on the nose. Talia.
But, my father, I've given you, beloved, everything.
Yes. She is a well of desperation. Doesn't want to let go. Batman.
I can never give you what you want.
Talia.
The season go by.
But he nods, touches her lips with his fingertips, backs away. Jesus, that just does not sound like it would work on film. And disappears into the darkness. On her eyes, filled with sorrow, then fury. We cut to Talia, right in front of Bruce. It's like they're both in a trance, drowning in each other. It looks like a kiss waiting to happen. in a breathy whisper, Talia. We're going to keep this shit going. We're keeping those rolls. We're not switching anything up.
All right. Perfect.
So Arlo, please, Talia.
A birthday kiss, Mr. Wayne? For good luck?
Oh my god, I love it so much. We gotta hang out so I can fucking give you a hug for that shit. All right, I gotta compose myself. Oh jeez.
Ugh.
The room holds its breath. Then Alfred off screen.
Master Wayne.
And Bruce snaps out of it, like waking from a dream. Alfred.
Would you like to blow out the candles, or shall I?
Alfred holds the birthday cake. As Bruce leans in to blow out the candles, Alfred whispers, Alfred.
Something needs your immediate attention, sir.
Applause from the guests and a spontaneous rendition of Happy Birthday to You. Bruce Wayne. Oh, you're also Bruce, yes.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me.
He shoots a look at to Maxwell, sees the blood on his upper lip. Bruce Wayne.
Max, your nose is bleeding.
He pulls a handkerchief and leaves Maxwell, dabbing his nose. Maxwell Lord. Let me do this one I haven't read from Maxwell Lord yet, I think. No, I did, but I was in a Batman voice. Yeah, thanks. I'm prone, moving with Bruce and Alfred. Down a side hallway apart from the guests. Alfred.
The system alarms. It's the Martian John Jones. He's been attacked.
Bruce Wayne.
How?
Fire. Fire.
Bruce stops in his tracks. Worry moves across his eyes. He glances back through the doorway to see Talia looking back at him. Bruce Wayne.
Party's over. Send everyone home.
And he moves off. Exterior, Wonder Woman's residence, New York, night. This is where we're going to end it. Oh my god, that freaking telenovela part was freaking amazing.
Talia.
Mi amor. Mi amor.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Oh my god.
No hablo español.
Now,
Mother was Jewish, you see.
Oh, we're not done.
Quesadilla, tortilla. Chicharrón y mofongo, arroz con pollo. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca, Bruce?
I just got a flash in my head of Sofia Vergara playing Talia al Ghul in 2008.
I would watch that.
That
Yeah.
would have been right around the time of like the movie Brothers, where she would have been like the appropriate like age, build, appearance, all that stuff. She
Mhm.
still looks incredible, but it's
Yeah.
like an older, what is it? Sophistication right now. Like literally that is her appearance. Back then she looked like some punk kid that you could just make hot, you know? It's how she looked in Brothers. Four Brothers. That was the title of the movie. Now, as I always like to do at the end of these videos, guys, what do we think of the script so far? Because it seems to be very, very unintentionally funny now.
Yeah.
Like it seemed to get off to a good start, and I was confused because I thought that all the Leaguers already knew each other. But here comes Barry Allen encountering Wonder Woman for the first time, and it kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, I think it's not that bad. It's definitely better than the Super Mario Brothers one. Except I'm just curious where it could possibly go.
Oh.
There's not really a semblance of
Well,
what could be a plot yet. I don't think.
You know
could
what
go to Wonder Woman's ornate bathing pool. It's the next page.
what this feels like to me is Justice League Doom before that animated movie came out. Because like mysterious attack going on, Martian Manhunter bursting into flames. We don't know what caused it. Like things are still going to develop. But I know that we all like to make fun of the Super Mario Brothers movie, and this isn't even bad of a criticism. The action definitely got going faster in this one.
Yeah,
and I kind of appreciate that because every page so far hasn't been boring. It's been funny to just read this shit in funny voices. We're bringing back telenovela Cassidy and Arlo at the first opportunity. I don't care what two characters we're using. Could be Talia and Bruce, could be Wonder Woman and Superman. We're bringing that shit back.
Yeah, I was originally going to be a Hasidic Jew when I read Talia's lines, but but the telenovela is a lot more fun.
But I love
Father, I've given you, beloved, everything. This isn't goodbye.
Honey, I can't give you what you want.
Come on, be a mensch. Give me a birthday kiss, Mr. Wayne. Come on.
All right.
You're my sugar.
Honey, you're schwitzing. Ugh.
Where are the latkes?
You call these bagels?
This is why I record these meetings. I like how much fun we have together.
Spin a dreidel, won't you?
Point of order, I'm actually Jewish, so I'm allowed to be doing this.
Then teach him how to properly
Fault, honey, you never call, you never write.
Bruce, have you practiced your Torah reading?
Is that really okay? Aside from the Torah thing, because this is going to be if I didn't specify that, this would have just been a very poorly timed comment. The whole you never call, you never write thing, is that really so much a Jewish thing? I mean, my mom's Italian. She does the same shit.
It's just any matriarchal society, I think.
Oh my God. It's I remember going over to my friend's house back when I started college, and first Jewish friend I ever made. I walk in there and I'm thinking okay, I'm gonna maybe feel a little bit of culture shock because she's telling me she lives her life. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for here? Orthodox. I walk in there, it just feels Italian. It just feels Italian. I walk in there first thing oh, you have a friend over. Within a half an hour, huge spread of food on the table. Oh, this is what my aunt does whenever I go visit her in New York.
Very similar cultures.
We're the same shit. You just speak Yiddish every now and then. I don't know. But yeah, no, this at least we're having fun with this. Any other thoughts we'd like to share before just going off on tangents, which apparently we're good at tonight? Are we developing any theories? Where do we think we're going to see this go? Because frankly, just the characters and references that they're throwing out there, they really threw everything at the fan with this script.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how they're gonna work with Bruce Wayne being oh, by the way, I'm Batman.
If that line makes it in. No, if that line makes it in, regardless of who's reading for Batman, I want us all to just do a group, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I don't know. Actually, I will say that the whole thing with they mentioned Ra's al Ghul and there's a birthday party. I'm deja vu. I'm getting that sense of deja vu.
I think that's part of the reason why this movie didn't get made, because this was supposed to come out in 2008, 2009, and in 2005 is when Batman Begins came out. And they did Ra's al Ghul in that movie, however you want to pronounce his name. I pronounce it as Raz.
Oh, I go with Ra's al Ghul because that's how they said it in the animated series.
Raz, Raish. I don't freaking know. It's
Raz.
Some people say Thanos. Some people say Thanos.
Raz a goal.
Tomato.
And they really wanted to avoid confusion. You want to hear a fun fact about Warner Brothers today? They don't care anymore. Because the second that Flashpoint comes out, if they want to keep going with the DC universe, and they will, all bets are off. They will make 1,000 Joker movies in the span of 6 months. They don't care as long as the public knows we produce DC films as if we are looking into a multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they did Joaquin Phoenix's Joker a couple years back, because that was their experiment. They wanted to know, would people go watch a movie about this popular character, even though the other guy portrayed him in Suicide Squad no more than 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
And it worked.
And our good friend Matt Brugio was in it.
That's right. He was an extra. I think you can actually see he's got his Joker mask on because they gave everybody a clown mask for the riot scene. But I think that Matt pointed out to me that you can actually see him point blank in one of the shots of the movie. Like he's being harassed by a cop or some shit. I don't know.
Aren't we all?
I mean, Lord knows that somebody's been trying to break down my door for the past 25 minutes, and he says, "Open up, you're under arrest." I've been actively ignoring him.
Your
Pulling
mom
people
has to be
over
taking
right in front of my house.
All right, so guys, again, it is always a pleasure to have you with me on these recordings, reading this terrible material, soon discussing all sorts of fanboy shit.
We're doing fanboys next?
What's up?
We're gonna do fanboys next?
We're gonna do fanboys next, yeah.
I still need to see that movie.
No, you don't get it, Forrest. We're literally going to do fanboys. I've got some contracts lined up. We're going to get some really clean people to just come in. We're going to get a nice big hotel room, something meant for 8-9 people. And we're going to do fanboys. Yeah. Just going to, I don't know, whips and chains. Get some cattle prods in there from Spencer's Gifts. A little bit of sensory play going on. Yeah.
Can't wait to do that.
So yeah, for this episode of Script Club, which ended on a wholly awkward note just then, I am Danny Koo.
To end on.
I'm Forrest Bennett.
I'm Arlo. You didn't know?
I'm Cass.
And it has been a pleasure, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.